Hello everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood Buffalo Flats here.
And I'm back from vacation and now it's time to start making videos again. So I recently saw this Leon Lush video that really made me think about the world around me and why social media influencers do such stupid shit.
Kanye 2020. Kanye 2020. Do what?
It better be water, partner, or you're one dead son of a bitch.
Now, why is somebody dumb enough to do this? Well, I'll tell you, it's more than just social media. It's the contagion. And it's spreading to more and more people. And who knows? Maybe you're next.
We are all just the main characters in our own stories, right? A beautiful analogy to express the importance of putting ourselves first when necessary. But I, like many of you, am trying to make this main character into someone that isn't a self-absorbed, vapid, insufferable trash can full of taint grease, like many of the people we're about to see in this video. That said, Your Honor, I would like to offer Exhibit A into evidence at this time.
Yeah, tell me.
Bombastic side eye.
Goddamn.
God damn, girl.
Everybody's favorite pastime, yelling bomb threats in an airport. I mean, to each their own. I personally would have done that in a playground instead. Oh, I'm just kidding. But seriously, why would somebody even do that? It's purely for selfish reasons and at other people's expense. We've come to a point in our internet ecosystem where this kind of behavior gets views and positive reinforcement. See, in person, all the people are looking at her like she's crazy, like, what are you doing? But then there's the internet ecosystem, which also plays a role in how you're viewed and how you view yourself. You can do something stupid, ruin somebody's day, but who cares because you're getting views, that's all that matters, right? See, I don't really care if you do stupid shit. I love doing stupid shit because I think stupid shit's hilarious. But there's a difference between doing stupid shit and doing stupid shit at another person's expense.
I'm not gonna kill your car. I'll call your fucking mom. You should have paid my rent. Go get a fucking job.
I love how enamored she was with herself at the end of that, like perfectly cut at the end. Just, oh my god, I'm so fucking funny. That was so good.
Imagine drinking with your buddies, having a conversation, talking about stuff, and then you see this lady just start screaming. I don't know how I'd react. I would look at her like she was crazy. On the bright side, at least she's not yelling bomb in an airport, you know what I'm saying? And sadly, one of the side effects of internet fame, or just fame in general, is, you know, an inflated ego. Your head gets big, and next thing you know, you think you're hot shit.
Guys, I feel really bad because I look so fucking hot today, and I almost forgot to show you. But don't worry, I got you. Here's the outfit. Yes. Here's the fat ass. Yes. Here's the face. Yes.
What the hell? I mean, yeah, she's hot, but would you rather hang out with this or the fucking boys, you know what I'm saying? So speaking of the boys, I noticed as I was re-listening to this video, you can hear muffled speech and weird stuff in the background of my audio. I'm not gonna re-record it because that's way too much work, but yeah, that's me hanging out with the boys.
Hey, here's another one. I'm the only one that exists. Gotta make a fire TikTok, so why don't I just do some sort of like Olympic routine on a New York sidewalk, I guess. Don't get me, it's, you know, physically impressive, but they do have gyms where you can do this. Gets better, wait. Ooh, ooh.
stupid baby. What was he thinking going through there in that stroller? I mean, that guy was obviously in the right doing his workouts in the middle of a public street where people are trying to walk. And sadly, this is just one of the logics or side effects that come out of social media. When all the eyes are on you, everybody's looking at you like, wow, look how cool he is. Whoa. You begin to get an inflated ego. And that's one of the downsides about social media, because a lot of people make stuff up about themselves, and the next thing you know, they're telling everyone a lie and creating standards that nobody can live up to. But I digress. It's not all bad. It's not all bad. Some people are just a little cringy, and some people just post stuff for fun, end up getting a lot of views, and it doesn't bother anybody. And for that, I have no problem with that. In fact, more power to you know what I'm saying? Different strokes for different folks, baby. I might like a big titty goth chick, and you might like a social media addict who think they're the most important person alive. It's okay. But seriously, some people just post stuff because they just want attention. And everybody does want attention. There's nothing wrong with wanting attention. And so let's just take a look at some people who want attention are just being a little cringy about it.
Point of view, your flight's delayed. I ain't gonna lie, man's got some moves. Like that right there was like, look at this heater. Woo!
Okay, I was totally wrong. That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. I mean, take a look at his form. It's impeccable. I mean, seriously, you wouldn't actually want to be on the other side of that bad boy. He'd knock you out. Roundhouse kick, knock you out in 0.8 seconds. Now, this dude is actually an absolute unit. Now, honestly, that one really wasn't bad at all. I actually enjoyed watching that. He didn't kick a baby in the head. Ooh. Yeah, I'm sure he's probably an easygoing guy. He's somebody who maybe I'd hang out with one time. You know what I'm saying? If I ever come across his path, maybe I'll try doing some kicks and then invite him over to hang out with the boys. And next thing you know, he becomes one of the boys and then we all do kicks together. You know what I'm saying? Because camaraderie brings out the best in people, baby. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked just imagining all the good times I'd have with that guy. But there actually are some cringy people online.
When your dad literally owns the gym, but I'm still too awkward to say I'm the owner's daughter every time I go.
Yeah, you see that Corvette right there? Yeah, my dad owns it. The backyard swimming pool that me and all my friends hang out at? Yeah, I'm the owner's son. Yeah, you see that particle accelerator right there? I don't mean to brag, but I'm the owner's son. I can think of 3 reasons why she would post that video. None of them make sense because I don't understand why somebody would post that in the first place. Well, the first reason is probably because she thinks she looks banging, baby. The second reason is probably to flex on people. Or the third reason is for some bizarre set of circumstances she would get positive reinforcement and likes on some short-form platform that would just regurgitate this stupid content to a bunch of people. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just a random chicken wing on YouTube. Here we go. Initially, that video pissed me off the most because they were being nuisances in public. But then after thinking about it for a while, I was like, oh, they're just teenagers. Because when I was a teenager, I did stupid shit all the time. But then I thought about it even more, and then I was like, what the hell? These guys just posted that on the internet. I tell you what, I've done a lot of stupid things in my life, and I've never posted it on the internet. Therefore, I've never had to face the consequences of my actions. That got me thinking that there can only be 2 reasons why they would post that on the internet, right? Either 1, they're just not being disciplined, they thought it was funny, so let's post it. Or 2, the positive outcome from social media outweighs the negative outcomes that they would get in their personal lives. Hell, it's probably a mix of both. But the second part, the social media posts outweigh negative consequences that they face from their actions in real life, shows the powerful grip that social media has in our society. Now, people care more about their appearance on social media because it reaches more people, they could potentially get paid on it, they can get clout. Social media has just become an extension of who we are as a being. Everything we post on social media is crafted specifically by us to send a specific message to other people who see it. For instance, if I was going to post on Instagram a picture of me hanging out with the boys, that image would be posted with a specific goal in mind to get other people to view that image in a particular way. So if I want us to look cool, we're all going to be posing and hanging out and doing something cool like playing pool or something, or playing golf, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people do realize that the posts that they make do influence how other people view them, but they don't view it on the level that social media has become an extension of self. So those basketball guys trashing the basketball hoop at the fair, they're just making themselves either look cool or try and gain clout or something from social media. But we can understand the reasoning why they posted it because of how social media works. All posts are meant to be seen and responded to in some sort of way. That's why we get dopamine rushes when people like our content. Hell, even a Reddit post asking a question, you're still trying to get an answer. You know what I'm saying? And if you hit that like button, my dopamine will just start blowing all over the place. Just because I'm aware of it doesn't mean that I am immune to it, baby. And seriously, if you're not even really involved in social media, so many other people in society are that it has become inescapable. Tech companies make so much money, they're making crazy amounts on the stock market. It's impossible to get away from. It's like a train going down the tracks and it's not slowing down. We got AIs being built, we got learning bots, we got algorithms that play a role in so many of the things that we do and see on the internet. Our personal life is affected. Hell, we even mediate relationships through a glass rectangle in our pockets that has a touch screen. A large part of our lives, especially people nowadays, are mediated directly through technology and social media. If you're a YouTuber, that is your life. If you're a social media influencer, that is your life. Just think of all the time you spend on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Reddit, playing video games, watching TV, digital music, hell, even a Kindle. Hell, something we all got in our living room is a TV. The evolution of television can just show how fast technology has progressed compared to other forms of communication, and how they've become so synonymous with our daily lives it's so easy to take them for granted and completely forget about them and how they affect our psyche. There's a lot of research that shows the more time you spend on social media, the more it has a negative effect on your mental health. Social comparison theory states that if you spend more time on Instagram, for instance, you're more likely to compare yourself to images other people post online. And a lot of the times the images other people post online is specifically curated for an audience to be seen that makes them look good so they can get more likes. And so we're constantly being inundated with unrealistic standards that we're expected to live up to because that's what we see all the time. Social media is an environment that has been curated to augment how you act. We're all fundamentally public figures because we can all post something that can be seen by anybody else. There's never been a time in history where good old average Joe Schmo can tweet at a politician and make fun of them in front of millions of people. But think of how technology conditions our brain to think in a specific way. A click of a button, I can kill an enemy in a video game and boom, I get a dopamine rush. And I do it again, boom, I get a dopamine rush. In high-intensity battles and in high-stress situations, I feel physiological responses. My body is reacting to stress in a specific way. Our heartbeats increase, we can sweat, we feel real emotions. But imagine how humans used to feel those emotions. You have to put your feet in the shoes of a person before any technology existed. They would experience emotions naturally through life, and most of the time it took a long time. So the main form of media before television and radio were books. It takes years or months to write a book. To read a book, it can take hours, days, or even weeks. It takes thousands of hours of practice at something to become a master. I'm not gonna lie, I probably have that much time watching YouTube and have not even a fraction of that time making YouTube videos. And to become successful in life, you have to put a lot of hard work and effort into things. I mean, take a look at the depression rates of Gen Z and younger millennials. They're higher than they've ever been in history because we were raised in this environment where everything comes as easy as a touch of a button. So many younger millennials and Gen Zs have less ambition than prior generations. And don't get me wrong, I do understand that there are external factors that can play a role in this, like super high student loans or the housing market just being ridiculous. You need more money to buy a house than you've ever needed. But on the other hand, I'm a Gen Z, I've never lived through the Great Depression. I've never lived through World War II. I've never experienced the Dust Bowl. So basically what I'm trying to say is every generation has experienced hardships one way or another. In fact, now it's easier to be alive than any other generation of all time. But why is the depression rate so high? Why are so many people frankly just giving up or feel like they want to give up or have no purpose or no ambition? Historically, we've never had technology to the extent that we do now. Back in the day, people used to face their problems head on. Now we can disassociate. I can play a video game and I don't have to worry about my problems. I can watch YouTube videos, I don't have to worry about my problems. And next thing you know, many hours pass and I was just watching video after video after video that the algorithm feeds to me because they know what I like. So it's so easy to become lost in this digital landscape and forget about the world around us. Furthermore, we were raised in this digital landscape where everything is as easy as a click of a button. Historically, we had to work much harder to get the same physiological responses from our brain that we have to now. Back in the day, people used to have to work hard to achieve something, so they'd work hard to feel that positive reinforcement that their brain sends to them. But now we can get those exact same feelings by getting a kill in Apex or by watching a satisfying YouTube video or binge watching TikToks or YouTube Reels or whatever. So now we can get the exact same physiological response from our brain, the same dopamine response from our brain from doing something much easier like playing a video game or watching random YouTube videos that people used to get through hours and hours or days and days of hard work, even weeks or months of hard work. And of course, this doesn't apply to everybody. There's so many people who are successful because of technology. But we also have to understand the negative side effects of technology. There are a lot of people who are successful, but this is also the most depressed generation of all time. And we have one big fundamental communicative difference, environmental difference that every other generation has never had, and that is the internet and technology. And the internet is so powerful and pervasive that it influences all other forms of media, including television and including books. Hell, like I mentioned earlier about the evolution of TV, when TV started, TV was much different than it is now. Everybody watched the same channels. Even when it came to news, if people disagreed, they still watched the same channels. Because news channels back in the day only talked about the facts and they didn't try and put a political spin on it like every other news channel does nowadays. It didn't matter what side of the political aisle you were on, everybody watched Walter Cronkite, the most trusted man in America. And if you see anything political on YouTube now, it's a bash fest, which is now transcended to modern news media. So we went from having objective news sources that didn't put a political spin on everything to extreme partisanship in all news media nowadays, because they gotta compete with YouTube. And if you've ever watched politics on YouTube, you know how partisan it could be. And it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. One side will always bash the other side. Doesn't matter what your beliefs are. Which is a perfect segue to my next point, YouTube titles. If I titled this YouTube video Buffalo Flats Commentary on Technology and Its Negative Side Effects versus a video titled Technology is Slowly Killing Everybody and It is Coming for You Next, the majority is probably going to pick the second one. The first one would be good if I already had a community of people that like my content, but I'm a small YouTuber, I have no credibility. So if I want to get more people to click on my video, I have to say the more extreme title. And honestly, I'd love to use a more representative title of this video, but I know I can't because I'm less likely to get views. And going full circle, that's the exact reason why TikTokers are doing more and more stupid shit. It's because they have to do something crazier to get more views. That's why politics is becoming more partisan. You have to say something a little more extreme to get more people to watch. But this video is not about bashing technology. Because of technology, now we can easily communicate. Because of technology, we now have life-saving surgical procedures and medications that we've never had before. Because of technology, I've discovered a lot of the hobbies that I now love. Music, video games, YouTube, golf, pool, Dungeons and Dragons. Without technology, I would have never discovered these hobbies, and I would have never fallen in love with them. And the point of this video is simple. I just want people to realize how social media affects their lives. It's not all negative, but too much of a good thing can become a bad thing. And I'll end this video with one last closing thought. We're all like fish in the water. A fish doesn't realize it's swimming in the water because it's never experienced an environment outside of the water. It's so used to the water that it doesn't even know the water's there. And just like a fish to water, we are to technology. Technology has become so pervasive and influential in the world around us that we don't even see how technology is influencing the world around us. And I genuinely hope that you got something positive out of this video. If not, what do you expect? I'm just a chicken wing on YouTube, baby!